Hey guys, welcome back. It's me, SMO. So, I just want to say, I'm sorry that we're getting episode 2 out late. Unfortunately, we ran into some technical difficulties. I had to get and work through those. But, regardless, let's just go ahead and jump on in. Now, in the time frame that I've been off camera, I just want to let you know, I have been doing a little bit of, like, getting things set up and all, but I haven't been doing any like mining anything like diamonds or anything important like that. But we have at least got some progress done on like the cow farm and all. Now, as far as things that have happened, honestly, biggest thing that we've come across while I lit all of this up is actually right around this corner. So we're just gonna step around here real quick. And yeah, kind of ran into this. Now, luckily for me, when I was coming through, I was just running around. As you can see, a lot of torch spam everywhere. I was just throwing a torch anywhere I could, trying to prevent mobs from coming at me because I kept getting attacked and I kept having low frame rates, so I couldn't even do anything. So, by chance, that happened, and this didn't spit any skeletons out at me, but yeah, we have our first spawner that we've come across in this season. Anyhow, let's go ahead and open up these chests to see what we actually have in here. Oh, a whole lot of nothing, but we do have a music disc. Ooh, some saddles. I'm going to go ahead and take one of those. Grab the bones. You know what? We'll take them both. And melon seeds. I'm going to take the melon seeds. Ooh, this chest looks a little better. Aqua Affinity is a good one for us. So not too bad, not too bad. Now, don't really need the other items right this moment, but we are going to take the gold anyhow. Beta Arthropods I'm going to leave here, but I am going to take the Aqua Affinity. That'll be a good one for us to throw on our helmet. I can quit trying to drown myself, because I've been doing that a lot lately. Anyhow, that's going to be for a future project, more than likely. We'll probably be back soon in order to get that all dealt with. Now, I say probably because there is one other thing in this section here, and let's see if I can remember how to get there. Because my original goal in coming through all of this and trying to light everything up is I did actually find that there is a mine shaft in here. And it's a matter of trying to, you know, get everything lit up and get down to the mine shaft. So, I believe it's right over here. Let's see. Yeah, that is the mine shaft right there. Now, when I was getting everything situated with the technical issues, I don't currently have Optifine, and my zoom does not seem to be working, so we'll deal with that at another time. But we are wanting to go through that mine shaft. So, nice fun thing about mine shafts is they typically have cave spider spawners. So if you can find a double or triple spawner in there or something, that might be more useful than the single skeleton spawner. But we'll get to it. So I did just mention it in that last clip there, but we did have the technical issues, and I'm not using Optifine. You may notice that some of the graphics and all that we have are actually looking a little bit better right now. And part of what I did is I set up a fabric. I've got lithium running. I've got a couple of the mods, so I do have my zoom. I just fixed that. But we also picked up a resource pack called Faithful, and it's just a little bit of better graphics. Now, while I was working on all of the other items, I did actually have one other thing that I want to show you a clip of, because while I was doing some testing and getting things situated, we did actually have a drowned. and he was wielding a trident, who decided to come visit and say hello with his trident. Let's go ahead and see how that turned out for me. Now, in this particular clip, I'm utilizing replay mod to grab the footage, and I've got it set so that you can see everything happening under the water. Now, I was just gathering some kelp. I had a automated blast furnace, and smoker set up, and I was just grabbing the kelp so I could cook it up and craft some blocks, and I'd have extra fuel. Now, I was also watching YouTube videos, so I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. I didn't notice the drowned at first, and once I figured out what was going on, I had to gather myself together and figure out, alright, where is he? Still had no idea. Just found it at this point, because, yeah, he started attacking me again. So, I got to thinking, you know what? I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to get my health up, and hey, let's see if we can get our first trident. Yeah. Well, obviously, things didn't quite go as planned. But, to be perfectly honest, I also have to make a disclaimer. That was the second, yes, the second death of the season. Now, the first one, I was surprised by some pillager patrol, and I just kind of forgot how to actually do anything as far as any form of fighting, and yeah, they're nice, wonderful crossbows kind of hurt when you have no armor. So that kind of killed me off real quick when I came across them. Anyhow, we're coming on back to our little farm island. The Great Wall of Dirt is my attempt at making a kelp farm. And, you know, the whole plan is, cool, I'll have the kelp right here. We can just go through and I can grab it occasionally. Yeah, it hasn't been working as well for me just because, like, if it were automated with a little bit of redstone where it breaks it and just harvests it passively, it'd be a lot better. But it's just a lot faster when I need it right then to just go out and get it out of the ocean. Now over here, we have our cow farm. We also have a little bit of a sheep area set up, and we also have some bees over here. Now, unfortunately, with everything else that's happened, I kind of don't have much footage from these projects. Now, I do at least have the start of the bees, because I was able to pull off the clip where I bred up the first bee, and I also have the clip of where we had the cows and where they came from. We pulled in a couple here. I don't, however, have the clip of the sheep. However, they just came from literally right there. I just drug them across, put a couple in here, and started putting them in. Now, I do have a brown sheep. I came across him while I was out in the plains out there in the forest over here, just gathering all the different flowers I could come across. I believe the brown sheep came from, I want to say it was over there in the plains. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's where he came from. But I came across him and it's like, ooh, yes, I can use him. And then I just bred up all the others and dyed them. Now, I don't have all the different colors yet. I don't have any shears on me, but this has been my sheep farm for all the carpet that's around there. What I've been doing is just going through. I'll shear them, and then I'll take my water. We just dump the water. Oop, not there. If they quit getting in the way. Just dump the water there, and it pushes everything on down here. And we come over here, and crude little setup, but I can collect all the stuff right through there. It works for now, but that's definitely going to be something that needs a little bit more, let's say, work. Because, yeah, that's going to require some work to get that set up. Cow farm is a lot more fleshed out. And the bee farm, basic bee farm, we'll take a look at it in a second. But before we go down and see the underside and the workings of the cow farm, let's go ahead and take a quick look at how we got our first cows and bred up our first bee. Without any further delay, let's go ahead and take a look at our cow farm. This here, I have it set up now, so it's very easy. We just come on in, grab us some wheat, and I'm just going to pull those out so I don't place them anywhere. But come through here. Now, I have noticed that right here in the corners, quite a few get caught, so it takes a moment to actually get them all bred up there. But just slowly come through here and breed them all up. Now, as you can see, with them in the water, they're mostly just bouncing and going off. Now, it's similar to the idea of having a cow crusher, except I just didn't want a cow crusher. Now, they get bred up. They all the babies end up funneling down. And that's why I grabbed 2 sets of wheat. But they end up funneling on down to the bottom. Now, while I was trying to figure out a few things on how to get all of this functioning, I actually happened to see ImpulseSV from Hermitcraft had an idea on a cow farm and made an AFK cow farm, which I did take a little bit further adjustments to what I was planning on doing. So I'll go ahead, I'll link his in the description below so you can take a look at it. But I didn't quite use his design exactly. Now the carpet, just so you know, it's, got multiple pieces. That way I can just try and keep mobs from coming down here. And I just dug a hole. But on the underside here, basically just lined it straight with signs. Now, originally, I didn't have the individual pockets of lava. What I ended up doing is I just had enough lava that I could coat the entire top of the signs. And it was great, wonderful, until I realized that as soon as they grew up, they'd start swimming up in the lava, and it was not getting much as far as rates on anything. So, I redid it. I added the individual pockets, and I put a block of glass between them, just to make it nicer to see through. But this actually prevents them, because they're less likely to be directly aligned with that, and the size of a full-grown cow. They're not able to really swim up into the lava much, so it saves a lot more of their drops. And in order to collect it, I just have a furnace minecart going down, and it's pushing my hopper minecart. Now, the main thing that I took from what Impulse was doing was I realized, oh, I can have them sitting on honey. Because I had already planned on trying to figure out a way that I could have them automatically cook and just get steak from it and not have to worry about having to cook them. And then, yeah, well, that kind of works out fairly well for me. So I like that. It needs to be a little bit bigger in my opinion, but we'll get there. We'll get everything situated. Now over here though is our bee farm. Now I do occasionally have issues where they want to just come out and play in the water and go off and look in the woods. So this is definitely going to get some updates and it's going to get enclosed at some point. But at that point, it's also going to be readjusted so that instead of having to literally come across here, which, you know what? We're going to go ahead and grab some bottle, because I prefer the honey buckets at the moment, or the honey blocks at the moment. But yeah, this is how I've been having to harvest everything, is manually just coming through and then crafting it up. But once we get some redstone, this whole thing's gonna basically be redone and automated so we can get either honeycomb or honey blocks, but I'll probably enclose it and breed up a whole bunch more bees. That way we can get both honeycomb and honey blocks, and in a little bit of a better time frame. Outside of that, I've taken down quite a few more trees all along the shore here, like I said that I wanted to do. And one thing that ended up happening is when I had to go back and pick up additional lava, I got tired of me always losing my way going through the woods and getting stuck or running off a cliff because I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have been. So I got in my boat at one point, and I decided, okay, we're just going to go over to our little lava pool because it is kind of close to the ocean, and I'm pretty sure I can get there from it. And I came across one final thing. I know we're kind of running out of time in this episode, so I apologize about that. But one last thing to show you and check out, and then we're going to be all caught up. I should have all of the technical issues dealt with. Won't have to worry about those. We're just going to have a good old time, and we're going to have consistent episodes coming back out. But right around here is where we have our lava pool that I've been using. But when I was coming through one time, I was like, wait, that just looks weird. What is that? So I had to come over to figure out what it was. Yep. As you can see, we went ahead and found one of these. Now, like I said, I wanted to make sure while I was having my issues that I didn't do anything too major. No chests were opened or any of that. So we have a chest down here. Let's go ahead and take a look, see what we have. And fire aspect golden sword. Could have been better, but hey, nothing wrong with that. And we'll go ahead and grab a little bit of iron. Now, I'm going to go ahead and try and drown myself again. Like I said, that aqua affinity is going to come in useful. But let's go ahead and take a look at where we're getting all of our lava. That way you know. And we'll call it an episode after that. Right over here. Like I said, it's not too far from where we were. And we have this on the surface lava pool. Now, obviously, it took a few buckets of lava in order to fill our cow farm. So it kind of looks a little worse for wear right now. But, yep, got plenty more. Still got quite a bit left. And we'll be working on getting some resources, doing some mining. Now, when I find our first diamonds, definitely going to have that on camera. And we'll find out what else we're going to do. Is just still need to get into that mine shaft, go through that. But that's going to be a project for next episode, as well as finding our diamonds, getting some redstone, and starting to work on getting what we need so we can go ahead and get get situated and get to the nether. See how often I die out there, because, yeah, I haven't spent enough time out in the nether. I've barely done much. I kind of know the basis here in the overworld. Haven't found any villages. I'm not that great with the villagers just yet anyhow. But need to get to the nether. Need to get our stuff there. Need to find a stronghold. Need to get to the end, which technically I've never been to in a survivor world. So that'll be quite entertaining when we go there. And you'll probably see just how wonderfully horrible my Minecraft combat skills are once we get out there. Because, yeah. Well, it's been a pleasure. Leave some comments. Ooh, a little bit of a lag spike there. Leave some comments. Let me know what you'd like to see. Any thoughts or questions, improvements. What type of sheep farm do you think we should do? You know, all that good stuff. And, you know, if you liked everything, by all means, feel free to leave a follow. Or, I'm sorry, subscribe and leave a like. Yeah, told you. I don't know how to talk. We'll get there. But that's been it, and I appreciate you taking the time and just coming and joining and watching some random schmo do some Minecraft. But y'all have a great one, and we'll see you next episode.